In today's video, we are going to talk about 10 signs your relationship might be toxic. Enjoy the video. Toxic relationships are all around us, and we can sometimes overlook the early warning signs of them. But if you want to enjoy healthier, happier relationships in the future, it's important to pay attention to these 10 signs that your relationship might be toxic. If you think your relationship might be toxic, make sure to call up some trusted friends or family members and ask them their opinions on the situation. It's better to get an objective opinion from someone who isn't involved with your relationship before making a final decision about what to do about it. 1. Unpredictable behavior. The person you're with will be spontaneous and willing to take chances. If they are constantly canceling plans or rescheduling them at short notice, their plans don't matter to them and neither do you. Similarly, if they don't value your time and schedule, they probably won't respect your feelings either. Avoiding direct answers. They're not straightforward with what they say and do. 2. Disrespectful. Love doesn't hurt. If you're in a relationship that makes you feel unhappy, ashamed, or scared to be yourself, then it might be time to evaluate your situation. Any sort of disrespect, whether emotional or physical, is a red flag. People who love each other respect each other's thoughts and feelings and treat one another with kindness and empathy. A person who abuses or harasses their partner is often doing so because they don't see them as an equal, or they see them as an extension of themselves instead of an individual human being in their own right. Intimidation isn't love. 3. Inconsiderate. One common trait of a toxic relationship is that one partner consistently ignores or forgets about other people's feelings. Is your partner rude to waiters and other service workers? Does he or she forget about important dates and then blame you for being upset? If so, your partner might have a problem with inconsideration. That said, people who don't care about you don't make a conscious choice to do so. They're simply unaware of you and what you need. Alternatively, their lack of consideration could stem from their own insecurities, meaning that it will not simply go away if you show them love. 4. Inflexible. One of the gifts we bring to our relationships is our flexibility. When we love someone and want to be with them, this can be easy. But what about when they hurt us? People who only care about their own happiness without considering how their behavior affects others are toxic people. They'll do things that upset you or pressure you into doing things you don't want to do just to get their way. It's not healthy to bend over backwards for a partner like that, because no matter how hard you try, it'll never be enough for them. That kind of person will always find something new to complain about if you let them, and quickly become an obstacle in your life instead of someone who helps take away your burdens. 5. Excessive jealousy. Jealousy is not healthy in any relationship. If your partner can't handle you talking to or being around friends of opposite sex, it's a clear sign that jealousy is getting out of hand. This is often coupled with insecurity. So if your partner checks up on you constantly, treats you like a child, and disrespects your privacy, it might be time to reevaluate things. Pay attention to small details such as staying on top of your current location or getting upset because you're hanging out with a friend. These small details are just important signs of toxic relationships and potentially abusive relationships. 6. Selfishness. A relationship is about two people who have each other's best interests at heart. If you feel like you're always giving and rarely receiving, or if your partner never considers your wants and needs before their own, it might be time to start evaluating why you are in a relationship. A healthy relationship isn't based on sacrificing yourself for someone else. It's based on both parties recognizing what they bring to the table and being committed to working together toward a common goal: happiness. You should not constantly put your desires aside just because they don't align with those of your partner or are considered non-conventional. 7. Controlling. If your partner tries to change who you are, don't listen. A real relationship is about two people building each other up. If they're trying to make you feel small or put themselves on a pedestal, it's not healthy. Trust yourself and your instincts, even if others might not understand. When you trust yourself more than anything else, that is when you will succeed in life and relationships. 8. Ignoring others. Being self-centered in a relationship is one of the most obvious red flags. Making your significant other feel like they have to compete for your attention, or that you'd rather do something with others than with them. That's not good. And if it keeps happening, maybe it's time to find someone who appreciates you and what you offer. Someone who recognizes your worth and tries to take care of you too. 9. Constant fighting. When things seem to always be tense between you and your partner, it's often because you're constantly fighting. The reason is simple. Conflict is rarely ever resolved. Instead, it gets swept under the rug and ignored until it pops up again at a later date. If a solution can't be found, then you and your partner need to take a step back. You both need to step away from each other emotionally to reevaluate how your relationship is going. Are there any underlying issues that aren't being addressed? Whether or not these two should be together is still up for debate. 10. Physical abuse. In a truly toxic relationship, your partner will not only be verbally and emotionally abusive but physically as well. If you're wondering if you're in a toxic relationship, start by looking at how they treat you. Is someone constantly putting your physical well-being in danger? When a partner hits or slaps you, it is never acceptable, and it indicates that they feel completely entitled to hurt you. In healthy relationships, no one gets away with hurting their partner without facing consequences, unless it was self-defense. Abusive partners don't understand that everyone deserves to be treated with respect. They get angry when called out on their bad behavior. Well, that's all for today's video about 10 signs your relationship might be toxic. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and to also hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we release another video. See you next time on Brainy Logic.